Am I the asshole for leaving a bar hastily after my friend invited a guy she is hooking up with? So over the weekend, I, 26 male, was hanging out with my friend, 26 female, who happens to be my ex-girlfriend. We dated years ago, didn't talk for a bit after we broke up, but became friends again. There's not any romantic feelings between us, but we have hooked up a few times in our post-relationship friendship. Overall, though, we get along, and this day we were chilling as friends. We ended up going to another bar after meeting up with some people. This is when she dropped an uncomfy bomb on me. She has been talking to this guy I'll call Bill, who is 48. Now, I'm not into her. I want to be her friend, so she can do whatever she wants, and I'm not going to judge her. But I personally don't want to be around Bill or watch them interact. There's no romantic feelings, and you don't want her at all. You're completely over it. But you don't want to watch her be romantic with somebody else?
I kind of don't blame him.
Why would you care? If it's literally just your friend, you are nothing except friends. No part of you wants this person. No part of you secretly hopes you're going to get back together.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know, call me crazy. Call me whatever you called people without Instagram. But there are people that I dated in high school, in college. Like, I straight up have no feelings for. And I literally couldn't care less and I want them to be happy. But that doesn't mean I feel like sitting around and watching who they're with be lovey-dovey at the bar.
I'm thinking about my first boyfriend ever, and I don't care. I think if I saw him with a new girlfriend, if he got married, I wouldn't care.
I guess, well, see, I'm thinking about my first boyfriend ever and how toxic that was. And I don't want to see him with another woman because I don't want her to deal with that. But I don't know. I can see where he's coming from. Like, I don't know.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'm more open-minded than you.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe you're more closed-minded. Continuing on. She had plans to meet up with Bill at the bar down the street after we were done at the current bar. That was fine with me. I planned on going home anyway after this. She asked me multiple times if I wanted to meet Bill, and I said I don't. And she can do whatever she wants, but it would be uncomfortable for me, and I'd rather not interact with him. If you're genuinely friends with someone, why would it be uncomfortable for you to interact with their partner?
I think if you were always platonic friends, that's different than having dated and having had feelings for them. And now you can be over those feelings and still not want to be with them. But it's still like maybe there's just like a ping of like I don't really want to see you with someone else. Like, I know I don't want to be with you, but that doesn't mean I want to see you with someone else.
All right. I don't know. So far, I don't think I've changed my mind. I really feel like
I don't think you're going to change your mind, but I just think that I don't think that he's in the wrong.
Okay. She kind of got mad at me and called me judgmental, but I don't really want to see my ex canoodle with some weird old dude. Who said he was weird? We were playing pool at the bar when in the midst of our game, she says that Bill is going to come to this bar. I was like, okay, when? She says later. So I go, okay, we will finish our drinks and game, and then I'll close out and call a ride. 5 minutes later, she tells me that Bill will be here in 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I'm like, oh, shiz. I don't really want to run into the guy, so we stop our game. I chug my drink and call an Uber. This guy is doing anything.
That's dramatic.
Yeah, to avoid even making eye contact with this man. She tells me Bill is going to arrive any minute, so I go outside.
He books it.
In the cold to wait for my Uber to arrive. He's like, I walked uphill both ways to get outside to wait for this Uber, so this Bill guy wouldn't even see me.
God.
I didn't even want to breathe the same air that Bill was breathing.
No.
This weird old guy.
Canoodling with my ex.
Canoodling. The second he steps foot on this block, I ran away.
I couldn't even live in the neighborhood anymore after that.
We were texting a few days later, and I did tell her I had fun, but I definitely felt shooed away at the end. I made all the choices. I did this. I ended the game. I didn't want to see him. I felt shooed away. Are you okay?
Okay, but hear me out.
Okay.
He told her, I don't want to see him. I'm going to leave before he gets here. And she's like, and he's coming right now. It's like, okay, well, we had planned to hang out for 10, 15 more minutes, finish our game, finish our drinks, and I would go. And you knew that was because he was coming, and now you told him to come right now.
Okay, that's a good point.
Open-minded.
I'm just mad at this guy. I'm sorry. We were texting it. Okay, shoot away at the end, yada, yada, yada. Victim complex.
Victim blaming.
True. She told me I was allowed to stay. Oh, I was allowed to stay. Thank you so much for allowing me to stay at this public place.
Right.
I said I didn't want a third wheel, her and Bill. Not even for a second.
Not even if I have to pass him in the Uber.
I think she should have told Bill to wait or just meet him at the next bar like I thought she was going to do. Okay, I feel like that's fair.
The plan.
Yes, I feel like that's a fair thing to get annoyed at is like, oh, we were just supposed to hang out and now you invited your boyfriend.
Yes.
I think that's fair. But the fact that this guy is doing anything he can, he's literally fleeing the scene because he doesn't even want to meet this man.
But he did tell her, I don't want to meet this man. And then she was like, oh, by the way, he's going to come here now, so we're going to cut our time short. That is where the shooing comes from.
That's why I feel like he's in the right to be mad about that. But I just think it's a little suspicious why he's so anti.
It's dramatic, but I also like removing like the extent of how dramatic he was out of it and placing the facts of the story. He didn't do anything wrong, and this girl kind of did push him at the end.
Okay. She thinks I'm being dramatic, judgmental, and immature for going to these lengths to avoid seeing Bill. I think I was treated a little bogus, but TBH, no, I don't really want to be around some old guy she is sleeping with. A bit more detail, I don't want to control my ex, so I said nothing about this, but I do think this situationship she is in is weird AF.
I mean, I've already said my piece. I don't think it's that wrong to not want to meet your ex's new person. Like, yeah, it's really not your job or your business to be like, oh, I think it's so weird. But like, whatever, everyone judges their ex and the next person they date. Like, let's be so for real. Like, we all do it. We've all done it. And he's human, and I don't blame him. It's fair to get a little bit annoyed with your friend who rushes their time with you to bring in their significant other. That is fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he is being a little bit dramatic. He is definitely being like, well, I'm going to chug my drink and rush out of here. That's a little, touch and go. Like, why are you, that is dramatic, but he didn't do anything wrong.
Interesting. Okay. I just feel like if you are genuinely so over someone, just like really think about the reason that you don't want to see them with someone else. And if it's just because it's like a little bit upsetting, I feel like that means that you're probably not like completely over that person.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think it matters that much if you always like think about like what could have been. That's human.
Well, I think that would be fine if you weren't trying to be friends with them. Like, I feel like this person's like, yeah, I can be friends with my ex. Like, why?
But I know you just hate the idea of like being friends with your ex. And are you letting that cloud what's going on in this story?
Well, I think that the reason why this person is so anti meeting the new person could be the reason why I don't like the idea of being friends with exes.
Yeah. I think that you're hung up on that and you're not being open-minded about maybe it is just this person's human and they could be over this person, but it's still, there's always a little sting of like, damn, they're over me.
I do wonder if that's a sting. If you're genuinely so over them, would it actually sting?
I don't know.
I just think about my first boyfriend who I respect you. Like, I love the times we had, but like, I would not care if I saw him with someone else.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is hard.
I would love to hear what everyone else thinks.
Yeah, true.